All right, everyone, we are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co-host, Avira.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I hope you're having a beautifully wonderful day, wherever you might be on this planet called Earth. Yeah.
When if you're somebody who's trying to pronounce a language and you're like, what is this English tongue here? What is this planet called?
They did that in Lilo and Stitch when they first saw the planet. They're like, oh, experiment 626 was sent to Earth. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
They also use that Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
And also a lot of things that have got to do with aliens.
Cool.
All right, next on the show is our interim host, Noble.
I'm enjoying the Orville.
Perfect. Next on the panel, we have Styfior.
Hello, back from the dead again for some fucking reason. Why I put up with this shit, no one has told me yet.
Move your dead bones, bones.
I'll fucking eat your bones in a minute.
Oh, whoa.
I don't know, man.
You're
Like,
not
you can
familiar
either
with the
send you
song,
back
then.
dead and then I make you not dead, and then, the circle has gone full circle, so to speak. And rounding out the panel, we have Ali.
Hey y'all! Bark, bark, bark.
Hey, cute.
Bringing out the dog again, I see.
Yeah, just wanted to wear my fursuit head for a bit for my intro.
Alright, so we have a little bit of prefacing I would like to say first. Kind of a funny. I think this was something I had to share, like, this is why you don't post your social blunders on the internet or whatever. Anyway, here's an actual tweet, whatever about politics, but here it is. The conspiracy to thwart the will of the purple is not over. I'll stop it there.
The will of the purple. Yes, of course.
Scheming intensifies.
Wait, what is it supposed to mean? Wait a minute. Is this what? January 6th hearings now? Okay, wait a moment.
No, this is an actual tweet read by, Eric Swalwell.
And he's a representative of Swalwell. Oh goodness.
And anyway, the thing is, what is the will of the purple? Do you
Oh,
think?
please enlighten us.
Oh, I would totally love to, but that goes against, the will of the purple, because you're never meant to know what the will of the purple is.
Oh my god, it sounds like some kind of like medieval religious sect. Ah, the will of the purple, of course.
Never
Carry
know.
on, Crusaders.
Now, Boombox, it's probably not a good idea to advertise movies, okay?
No.
That's Jolt's nickname. I'm turning him into a zombie slowly.
You know, there's a song that HR Pufnstuf once sung in a TV show that I saw as a kid, and I have never gotten out of my skull for some reason. So I'm going to rephrase that to something that would help whoever tweeted that. Think before you tweet. Think before you tweet. Think.
Very wise words.
Yeah.
I'm thinking what he was probably doing with this was, because Republicans are red, Democrats are blue. Then we have the purple states, which are kind of like both. I guess he's trying to appeal to everybody, right?
That's the point. Look at
Is that what he's trying to do, or no?
What?
Oh, the will of the purple. Never mind. It's something else. Okay. Sparrow.
No, it's a mystery.
Silly me trying to bring logic.
I could curse this for you, but I think the internet will do its job.
Yeah.
After all, I have my own will, and it must not be stopped.
Nah, the secret's out now. Jolt's not actually purple. He's just a weird shade of blue.
No, Jolt is indigo. Jolt is royal.
Then lavender.
Yes. Yes. I want to become purple. Where do I sign up?
First, you must
Start
pronounce
eating the
your
living.
other, your other colors. And purple is king.
I mean, purple's alright, but have you heard of orange, though?
I know how much does orange suck compared to blue and purple. God.
Gasp, my feels.
I'm black. I'm literally not black. I'm just a black German Shepherd. That sounded something entirely fucking different.
Well, you probably have more privilege points than most of us anyway. Anyways,
Damn.
Second preface to suit the month and to suit the theme that we all must suffer through. This is a real thing, and yeah.
You shouldn't
Oh,
miss a
boy.
good meal. Good
Oh
time.
my
Oh, this
What
bigotry.
the
What?
fuck?
The fuck?
now, here's your immediate problem here. They're associating pride with sexual fetishism and kinks. In the first 2 seconds, that's what they're doing. This is not about pride, it's about a fetish. Like leather and bondage and shit.
I'm sorry, but I thought this sort of stuff was meant to be like non-publicized.
Look at the peaches walking around to the club. What the fuck is this? So for those of you guys who are listening and you can't see this, this is an advertisement called Eat with Pride. And they're showing foods, anthropomorphized foods, kind of, in very interesting activities.
It's
We had
kind of-
an eggplant dressed up in leather and some spikes. That was fun.
It's a hint at Avera's weekend.
Look at the lemon rising over the peach with a fish and the what the what is and the fish has coconut breasts. Okay.
Yep.
The actual dead fish has coconut breasts. Jesus Christ.
I don't think that was
The
a
best
lemon.
part
I
about
think
the
that was
fish.
an orange.
Yeah, it
God.
was.
Look
the
at
best
the
part
eggplant in the fucking leather
Jeez.
gear. What is happening? Ew.
Okay, we have officially lost our our kid-friendly rating with this.
Oh, God.
I should have just warned you beforehand, but
This is the
Everything-
fucking eggplant and the peach like snuggling up against each other. They're like wearing thongs. This is fucking weird.
Oh.
What is this? Who is this for?
This really puts a spit on James and the Giant Peach.
That doesn't make me want to eat that food at all. God knows where they've been.
Oh my god, somebody get me some fucking alcohol now. I need it.
Why? Why did they think that was a good idea? Okay,
Have you
honestly,
never
guys,
sat down with a meal and thought this could do with a thong?
do you think it was a good idea? Good marketing?
No.
no. And remember, like
wasn't.
the blurb of couple things: sushi, a great bottom-friendly option. What?
Avera?
Yes.
He said
What
it's
happened?
bottom friendly option.
Joel, I got a question. What happens if fish are actually more dominant than submissive?
Well, then Avera's got to find a different food.
I what? No, I eat them fish. Fish are good.
I'm
Well,
sorry, but I can't see the point of sexualizing food in that way. I mean,
Don't
I can
fucking
understand
sexualize
if-
food.
No, well, I mean, well, people use them as emojis, like as jokes. Like peach is, oh, you're an asshole. Oh, funny. Like an eggplant. Oh, that's a dick. But like this commercial literally dressed up an eggplant in leather fetish gear and made it snuggle against a peach wearing a thong. What the crap is wrong with this world?
Every day
Like,
we
that's a
stray
real
further
thing.
from God.
What happened? I mean, it's creative. I'll give them that, but like, it seems more of like an edgy like art project more than a commercial that a company would take seriously to advertise their
Yeah.
products. Yikes!
I mean, the whole spiel of this was to appeal to if you read the blurb, tops and bottoms, which foods are friendly
Yeah.
to tops and bottoms.
And you know what's funny? The same thing McDonald's did this. We spoke about this last week when they had the 2 top buns and the 2 bottom buns for like their Pride burger, whatever the fuck that was
Wait,
supposed to be. And it's
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. The Burger
they
King
were
of
trying to
Austria, oh my
equate.
Yeah, that was Burger King.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Burger King, whatever the hell. Well, basically, this fast food company was trying to equate like tops and bottoms of burgers with like different sexes and shit. It was getting
like,
weird.
Just because they can put 2 burger tops and 2 burger bottoms as the buns.
Yeah, and they
But
probably
this, though,
sold it for extra money too, right?
yeah,
Oh, it's
but
the
this,
Pride
though,
Burger.
Postmates did this, and well, yeah. If you look, the fact of the matter is, you are kidding if you have, if you need a bottom-friendly menu or something along those
Yeah.
lines.
That's so funny.
See, the way you do it properly is you get a hot dog bun with 2 hot dogs in it instead of 1. That's how you do
Yeah,
it.
like companies are getting out of hand with this
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Sorry, I have to ask, but I think this commercial may be a little too bigoted. I mean, what happens if half of those vegetables that appeared in that ad were, identified as an animal?
Or they
Or,
identified as fruit. And the
yeah.
tomato is he's always gender confused. I mean, my goodness, it opens a whole world of possibilities.
Sorry, Allie.
oh, it's fine. But like, yeah, that reminds me of like Pride Month in general because both political sides hate advertisement of Pride Month. They both hate that shit because I have a couple of friends in real life that are leftist and they think companies advertising like for Pride Month, they think that's disrespectful towards the LGBT community. So like, yeah, they agree that it's dumb in a way.
Yeah, because like most people aren't unhinged, crazy alt-leftoids.
Yeah.
Like we're just
And
normal
the
people,
thing,
and we see this stuff going on, and yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, right now the thing is, actually to catch back on last week, Avira, you actually put out the call to find how many companies switched their logos to a rainbowified version.
Ah, yes. So this was a challenge that I posted during the first week of Pride Month, and I said, what companies can you possibly find? So for now, I've only been on, I'm primarily looking at Twitter for the last week or so, and I found nine companies. Two of them, by the way, are like hospitals and like medical professionals. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, maybe because they want to be.
Why?
I don't know. We have Metro UK, New York Presbyterian, Clariant, all kinds of companies. So at the end of the month, I'm going to show you guys like the list of all the companies that went rainbow, and we'll see what you guys found. If anything different or anything weird or totally out of left field happens, sure.
Vera, I got a question. What do you think those hospitals are going to do if they come across someone who's believed to be transphobic?
Oh, what do you mean if they? Oh, do you think like the hospital is gonna block people on Twitter?
No, like the night
No,
of the service.
I mean, someone
in the
rocks up to
same-
the hospital.
Oh, like if they go to that hospital and what they need like a procedure?
Yeah, but the hospital staff believe that person's transphobic.
Right, it's like.
Well,
I mean,
that
I'll
shouldn't
answer the
matter due
question.
to the Hippocratic Oath that they're supposed to help, people
Yeah.
to the best of their ability. So I don't
Right.
really think that politics or personal beliefs really have anything to do with one's medical
let me
health.
help you and wind the clock back 2 years. Vaccine bullshit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they were discriminating politically, which is really scary. But that's what they were doing, man. And they were also racially doing it too. They're like, oh, well, if you're a person of color, then you should get the vaccine first. Huh? What?
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Actually, if you had a clever mind, you say you're a person of color and you should get the vaccine first. Yeah, I'd be all for it.
I guess, yeah.
It takes a clever and astute mind to see that's actually a good thing rather than a bad thing.
The world's gone topsy-turvy, man.
Yeah.
But yes, let's slow down and have and really have a think and look at the big picture. That's my point of advice of it for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
debilitating.
That is your week in funny and weird. So let's get started, eh? And I think now we've all gone crazy for something. The whole internet's gone crazy for something that's new. And I think we've messed around with it a bit. Here we are.
What the fuck?
Why
All right,
so
Dual
this
E
is
MIDI?
called
A
Yeah,
free
why
AI
the
tool.
internet is raving about DAL-E Mini. It's a free AI tool that converts any texts into art. So basically, this is a program where if you put in any kind of keywords, this software will kind of generate an image based on previous searches or kind of like linking similar things, almost like a neural network sort of situation.
Oh, fucking
And
hell.
there's
That's
been a
really
lot of controversy about this because some of the artwork that AI randomly generates is genuinely interesting and completely abstract and might put actual like real digital artists out of business. And that's just one facet of this nonsense. But DALL-E is a really big project that's been going on for years. Recently it just became popular. I'm sure if you guys have seen Twitter in the last week or so, shit's been exploding with all these like AI generated like creepy ass like furry art.
Joel, can you show the wolf picture that I sent you?
Bit by bit, because with this AI gen, everybody's going to be messing around with it, and nobody is going to be spared.
Mhm.
Whoops.
I'm sorry.
Well, you can. Oh, this is funny too. You can type in yourself, like your own character, and it'll generate an image based on you, and it's pretty
Ugh.
terrifying.
Oh my fucking god.
Ali, did you look yourself up yet? Just type in
I
like
don't
blue and black German Shepherd and just see what happens.
I
It's
don't
pretty scary.
I don't want to
You
see
know,
it. I don't want to see it.
let's get started on it. You know what? Fucking, if we're going to get started, let's get started. So
Oh
here we go,
god.
Noble. Because you're the most secretive out of everybody about you and your character, you are first on the chopping block.
Oh, oh
Typed in
God,
wolf
what
and
happened?
hyena.
Oh my
Not
fucking God.
hyena, mightyena. Close
Yeah.
though. But the spots are pretty accurate.
What
See, my screen's
happened?
a bit blurry. Does that say
I-
grey or gay?
I think it's the that back fluff. Ah, here we go. The top right, is it? That one's pretty close, except for the ears.
The one that looks like
That's
it's
pretty
wavy.
cool.
bottom
Like
to the
that
left is
that
just-
has like some impressionist artwork type of styles.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
bottom right one's a pretty interesting one with the suit, shirt.
Yeah,
and-
one left with a suit. Yeah, nicely dressed.
Middle right
The
though
bot-
is just
yeah.
what the fuck is that? The second
You
one
know,
looks like
and then
Disney.
the bottom right one.
The,
is like,
the bottom one looks like a fucking rat's crawled up inside a fucking hyena. And that's what
yeah,
came out.
and he's like he's trying to be a caveman or something.
And then I'm
But
pretty
guys,
sure the
do you know-
bottom middle one has an apple stuck in his gob or something.
Do you know what's really cool about all this? Is like a computer created these images. These are not drawn by a human. Literally, an AI software generated these images based on like programming, which is gnarly. And if you look at some of those images, you can imagine like a digital artist like copying and pasting one of those and presenting it as their own artwork. Because some of them do come out pretty unique.
Look,
You
to
know,
be
I
honest
think
with you,
we've-
I'm not. Okay, look, I'm not concerned too much with Dolly 1. That's more just for shits and giggles. Dolly 2 is far more impressive, and I can't wait to see what they do with Dolly 3. Now, a lot of people are freaking out about the images, but no one seems. I haven't actually bothered to look properly, but I haven't seen anything about the actual text generator, which I've been able to play around with myself, and it does a pretty damn good job. If you give it, say, 30-word description of what you're wanting, it will write out a couple of paragraphs. That is pretty close.
Oh wow! Wait, so that's what Dolly 2 or
I believe that's still Dolly 1.
oh, so
Dolly
you can
5.
still write an entire paragraph and it'll do that because I only typed in a few keywords.
I'm saying that you can take like 30 keywords of something, so decent description, and this AI program will also generate a couple of paragraphs for like a mini story or an explanation or some kind of
Oh yes, okay, I've seen those before. Yeah, that's a different thing. Okay.
It's not. It's actually the same thing. It's just not images that this is working with, but also text.
No, yeah, I know. I've seen some crazy AI generated stories.
They're
They're
getting better.
interesting.
They are getting a lot better.
That's
So-
pretty scary.
Who's
So,
next?
All right, I got one. Who's next?
Oh, no.
Yourself, Avira.
What the fuck?
What the
And
fuck?
Oh no! What you should type in candy corn
I was
fursuit.
gonna say, try, yeah.
That's
something
gonna be nightmare fuel.
Anthropomorphic orange dog is what I
No,
typed in.
just
Oh,
candy
dog.
corn fursuit. If you type in fursuit anything, it's always a nightmare. Oh god,
Oh my
Did
god,
you
it's a
send this
spitting
to me?
image.
The thing
Demons-
is-
It's the spitting image.
yeah. See, that's what I typed in to get that. If you just type in whatever descriptor and then fursuit after that, it'll like make a fursuit that looks like it came from hell,
Oh
essentially.
my fucking god. I mean, I can't,
Yeah. Oh
I
god.
can't tell the difference. What
Oh
the
my-
fuck?
Yeah, but here's a really cool thing about this too. This looks like an actual picture. Like this doesn't look like a drawing or like CGI. Like it could actually be a real picture. Like imagine if you made a fursuit that looked like that, but it was made by AI.
I would be throwing up.
Oh god, it looks terrifying.
Oh, okay. Next one. Here's a live comment. I ask it soon. Tried to do Jolt the squirrel with a gun, and it gave me a bunch of Sonic OCs with guns. Lol.
Jolt's been exposed.
Oh my. Oh wait a
We know
minute.
his secret.
So yeah, Joel, try typing that in and see what images come up. Also, you could also type in purple squirrel in tree being barked at by dogs.
Somebody's
Jolt?
gonna get the idea to do just that. But you know what? For the interest of fairness, I will put myself on the firing line.
All right.
Thanks, Noble.
Oh,
Yeah, this one was a little more
my-
accurate, I think.
okay.
Oh god, what happened to the middle one at the bottom? What the fuck? Oh, look at his head.
Oh my god.
Oh no, is there a leg growing out of his cheek? Oh, that poor thing.
Okay,
I think someone threw a brick at that one.
I actually don't know what the fuck to think of this shit.
Yeah, the one the upper right's actually kind of cool. It's cute. He's got two tails, but you know they tried.
I hope my persona doesn't end up that way. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, Allie, you are coming up.
I fucked up.
I don't know. Not yet, though. But the only thing she has is a natural immunity with how much German Shepherd images, so that she's kind of.
I'm a basic
Somewhat
bitch. My
texted about
persona
it.
ain't that interesting.
No, but next on the firing line, Yen. If you want, you get the shits at Noble for this, okay? Not me.
What? Oh, see, this is weird. Sometimes it does this. Like it makes two copies of you.
What the fuck?
All right, I kind of like the one again at the lower bottom,
You're
like the
missing
middle
dead.
one.
Adding dead, then there you go.
Oh, you're
I'd have to
cute.
type zombie.
Yeah, zombie.
I mean, I'll give you this though. He looks so well dressed with that. You know, you can see a trace of a blue coat.
You know,
He does,
what
and like
surprised-
the lower, like the middle right one, like he looks like he's seen some shit. Like he just stumbled out of a club, and he's like, "Bro, whoa,
I mean, other than
what?
the-
Where am I?" Like, look at him.
That middle right one will be my face on Sunday when I come walking out with karaoke. Like, what the fuck have I just listened to here?
That's crazy.
What the fuck happened in there?
Now, as you know, the potential for this sort of thing is, limitless. Machine learning is of course a work in progress. It's an ongoing thing. So, what do you think? Like, is the, how do you think the AI thing will progress over the years or months, even?
Well, this
we've
is
seen
something.
how it will look.
Yeah, this is something that I've seen. Like, well, we've probably all seen this like on Twitter in the last literally like a week, maybe 10 days or so. This shit's really been blowing up, and people have been posting a crap ton of stuff about like weird stuff that this AI is generating. I saw a couple of posts about like Zabivaka, like in the
Yeah.
Ukrainian war, and then there was like furries at
Zabivaka
the
in the Russian
Nuremberg
army.
trials, all kinds of weird shit like that. And you can like literally type in anything, and it'll generate images for that. And I think the future of this, honestly, is something I would use as inspiration. Because like the first couple of times I tried it, like, and I got some weird ass images, I was thinking, wow, I would really like to draw something like that. Something like surreal, like not quite there, but like uncanny, but interesting and detailed. I don't know, like it was actually pretty inspiring to me. I wouldn't want to be one of those people that like uses this for their own art and just like copies and pastes shit. But like
No.
it's definitely interesting to look at like that different style. I don't know.
Ooh, a comment.
Let's have a look at this first. Yeah, but definitely, Fire Powder says by 2030, an AI-generated picture and a real one are going to be non-comparable. That could be awesome, but honestly, kind of scary.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, we have
personally,
deepfakes.
Personally, I'd like to put it down to more if the community decides to generally pay attention to actual artists instead of just random pictures that appear online. But that's only going to go so far.
Oh wait, we didn't see Ali's
Hold on a
version.
sec. But first,
Damn it, Avira.
Can we?
Oh,
do
I
the
want to
book
see it.
first?
Come on.
all right. First off, we'll get some funny stuff first. Zavivaka in the Russian army.
Yes! Look at how cool this is. Oh man. So you type in Zabi Vaka in the Russian army. Oh, look at the
You
middle
sent
left.
me this, man.
Look at him going into action. Zabi Vaka. Hell yeah, this is crazy.
What have I missed? I was gone for a second.
Now, this is like something that makes you want to say, based Zavivaka.
Yeah, you damn right, base Zabi Vaka.
This is something that makes you want to say, for the motherland.
Uh-huh.
And this makes you want to say that Z is the best letter ever.
Hell yeah. Pravda.
But yes, live comment. Charlie Peterson says, AI-generated Styfier was the best.
Yeah, it was pretty good, right?
Which one was that?
You,
Yeah.
silly.
Oh,
Alright,
just the water.
like, alright, y'all take a look at mine.
I think of all of them, though, it was the least cursed out of the lot of them.
Yeah. I mean,
We
Yeah.
haven't seen the other two yet.
Okay, so for Ali, make sure you type in fursuit. Just like black German Shepherd fursuit or something.
No, Vera, when I did these, I typed in anthropomorphic because when I tried furry, it didn't do anything very good.
No, fursuit. Trust me.
I
That's-
dread to
that's
think
where you
what
get it.
You show when you type in furry. Ugh.
But like, yeah, let's get my shit over with.
I think yours is going to be mitigated for the sheer fact that of abundance of real German Shepherd photos the AI has to sift through when creating this. But hey ho, here we go.
Aw, that's actually that's pretty cool.
It's
See,
Yeah.
again,
very,
like it
very
does
much
the
close.
couples of it.
I mean, there's like, out of the keyword first, anthropomorphic, there's two.
Yeah,
The top right and the bottom left. Everything else is just normal dogs.
Seriously, just type in fursuit and see what happens.
Here's a
I
dog.
guarantee you it's going to be terrifying.
Yeah, at the moment I'm trying my damn hardest to get a picture of it, but this lots of people are using it and there's too much traffic. So
Oh yeah, again, like it's gotten super popular the last week or so. I don't know, like what, because this has been around for years, but I guess it just became popular recently.
If
A lot of people just noticed it.
something you can do is actually install the program itself on your own computer, so you can actually do it locally.
Oh, I thought it was just from a website.
Yeah,
No.
I mean the Alt-E thing is a script, isn't it? Like,
Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do that, install DALI 2, because things will be a hell of a lot better.
all right, opinion
All right.
changed. Ali is the best. So says Charlie Peterson. Make of that what you will, but the AI didn't curse you much.
No, I'm actually very surprised. Like, it looked like a legit, regular black German Shepherd. Like, wow, it didn't look cursed at all. You actually look the best out of all of us.
Fuck yeah. Ha. I win,
I mean,
motherfuckers.
I looked like a legit fucking, like, cursed ball of floof with giant eyes, and that looked like I was about to explode. It was kind of scary. But nah, You look pretty good.
But no, you know what though? I won't say this is the best, like, persona generator, if you could call it that. I mean, because there are other tools to do that. You've got Second Life, you've got VR chat, but putting your faith in the AI. Come on, let's be real here.
Yeah, it's not quite up to par. Not yet.
Yeah.
No, because again, the human imagination is still words better than the AI as of present time. But not that I'm suggesting the AIs can take over, but you know. But them's the breaks. If you want to spend your time looking at cursed images of yourself, by all means use it.
And it's fun to play around with too. Like you can just go to the site and type in literally anything and just get some weird ass images. Like if you're just bored one day, you're like, what does taco light bulb elephant look like?
I
Hmm.
won.
And then AI will show you, and it will grace you with its pleasantries.
Yeah, I wonder if it will make some cursed bad dragon shit.
Oh, I'm sure it could.
no.
It could do anything. Now I kind of want to see what that elephant light bulb taco looks like. Anyway.
So with the Daleth project, from what I understand, the actual people who are working on it are limiting it so it won't generate porn specifically.
That's interesting. I don't really know how they can do that. They shouldn't do that, honestly. And I'm not saying that because porn, whatever. No, it's more like if this is a learning type of software, they should not restrict it. Allow it to learn as much as possible from different images gathered from everything, and then it can discern. Eventually, it'll evolve on its own, and it doesn't have to be restricted. I think if you're going to teach a program, it has to have all available data. But that's just me. Maybe there should be a setting on the site, like if you don't want to see anything explicit. But at the end of the day, that software really should be exposed to literally everything if it has to, be like a human.
Yeah, just like how FA has the on and off button for like if you want to see.
AI.
Yeah.
Remember how that story? They made a learning AI. Microsoft did that, and it became a hardcore racist.
Yes, I also remember when they had two AIs talking to each other, and eventually they developed their own language, and then the scientists got terrified and shut it down. I don't know what that was about. They were freaked out by it, and they were like, "What the what? Holy bonkers! These robots are talking to each other." So yeah, the limits of AI are. We have to be careful.
Yeah.
Like we do. If Terminator's taught me anything, it's robots bad.
What about protogens?
Well,
No. One word for
no.
you. Pokemon Violet. Two,
Oh no.
Yeah, and Harry Potter, Satanist, witch. Yeah.
So now we've got a next item here for you.
I really have to ask if this is actually going to be used for detecting when someone's watching porn.
Probably. We can tell your heart rate's increased. What the fuck are you watching, you dirty cunt?
Oh my god, yeah.
You've suddenly started doing an awful lot of walking.
You burned 40 calories in the last 10 minutes. Weird. You were just in your bed the whole time.
So I have a big question here. Why the fuck does this matter?
That's a good question. It really shouldn't.
Let's look at the headline first. Your smartwatch's heart rate monitor was developed by a furry.
Gasp! The audacity.
So I want to sidestep this for a second with regards to the question for the author of this article. My maths tutor, who tried to help me get into a particular course, she was a woman. Does that matter? No. but why would you want to make something like that matter? Sorry, it's just the base question of
Oh,
Well,
here's
why
the
the
I,
thing.
I guess it's because this is like a big piece of technology, and it's it's a silly story. Oh, they like to dress up as an animal for fun. Oh, what a silly and weird, goofy hobby. Let's talk about this to get some clicks and views. That's really all this is.
Not just that, no. But have you ever noticed how news outlets nowadays, more than ever, are pandering to furries? They're sucking up to them. Saying,
Yes, yes, especially in the last, I would say, like 4 to 5 years, it's definitely increased tremendously.
I honestly don't want to be the butt of someone's joke that's not a furry.
I mean, yes, in the past, all this other stuff, oh, how, we had articles like how furries dominate the tech sector and
Yeah,
all that awful.
but it is definitely getting a lot more mainstream. I mean, obviously, we do know that a lot of furries are into like tech and like behind the scenes kind of like management, like actually like really high paying jobs. Hence the meme, suspiciously wealthy furries. Like furries have a lot of fucking money to spend on their expensive costumes and artwork and going to cons and crap all the time. But yeah, it used to be like a not mainstream sort of thing. It was like that weird hobby that you heard about like on the news occasionally. But yeah, now it's become a lot more mainstream. Like
Right.
Hollywood and stuff's like banking on it.
And
Pretty
now,
crazy.
in this article, let's take a look at this last line in this first paragraph. There's
Hmm?
a good chance you're wearing one now, the heart rate sensor. But here's something you probably didn't know about the technology. It was invented by a furry.
So what?
Must be a really short news day.
Well, tell
Well,
me about it.
let's read on. So David Benarin.
Darren, yeah, is MD. Is a biochemist, inventor, and entrepreneur. That's okay. Let's move on. This is Dr. David Benarin. He's also a cheater named Spartacus and a regular at furry conventions, often kitted out head to toe in a fursuit.
I mean, that's.
Oh, that's also him, dude. His fursuit is fucking cool.
I think.
Whoa.
Wait, huh.
I think they've mixed up somewhere because at the top image they showed a cheetah. That's a fucking tiger.
Yeah, it says the description says this is also Dr. David, aka Spartacus. So yeah, he has like a tiger fursuit as well.
Right. Okay then.
And that looks, yo, his eyes are glowing, man. That is awesome. Oh, sorry.
Well, at least when you're at a furry con, if someone says, "Is there a doctor in the house?"
Yeah. He's the doctor. Yeah, to go to. So let's see. It says
You know what? Speaking of doctors, though, Uncle Kage, move aside.
please.
Yeah, cheetahs are far superior.
So let's see how this article phrases what the furries are. Does anyone want to read this?
In case you're unaware, a furry is an enthusiastic of role-playing and anthropomorphic animal person. We should note here that fursuiters are a specific subgroup among furries. Well, not really. It's just but not every furry actually dresses up like a big fluffy animal for conventions and gatherings, which is a common misconception. That specific type of furry is known as a fursuiter.
Okay, so they just confuse themselves. Like they could just say, yeah, they're all furries. Some of them have costumes, some don't. Like, leave it at that. You know.
And and the whole, they should have defined what fursuiter is before tackling.
Yeah, fursuiter is not a subgroup of furries. Like, you're just a fucking furry. Like,
if anything,
what are you talking about?
Foreground of furry, because that's what everyone looks at first. They don't.
Well, whatever. I guess they were trying to explain it in like a way that people would kind of understand. But like, so what? Okay, so he invented some like new technology. That's pretty cool. Oh, he's a furry. Oh my goodness. Oh, catastrophe. He dresses up as a tiger and shit. So.
I wonder if he knows about the furry raiders.
Yes, that is crazy.
He probably
all
does.
up, I know. Right,
But hey, good for him.
One second.
So where from now?
Oh, so
I think
now
it's
this.
just it's just overall weird seeing that
Yeah.
now they just of all the things like they're now waving this whole furry thing like oh look at me, like as if
Yeah.
there's something special, like as if
Well,
we're God's
exactly.
gift to the
Yeah.
tech industry.
Plus, it's not a thing of, oh, look at this nice, amazing technology that is growing and becoming so much more advanced. It's no, look, it was made by a feckin' fairy.
Well, they did talk about it a little bit about the hemoglobins and crap, but yeah, the whole headline was really about him just being a furry, dressed up as a cheetah and then again as a tiger. It's like, oh, look at he's the guy. Like, okay, so he's got a hobby. I mean, so
Exactly.
what?
Oh, get this, you're gonna love this. How do you express your furriness day to day on social media at cons? Do you keep it heavily separated from your work? Do the lifestyles mingle? Read this paragraph.
This is Silicon Valley. I fursuit at work. Sometimes when I fursuit at work, no one even comments. I do think it adds street cred because it is seen as edgy.
Okay, let's stop there.
Okay, I actually lost a little bit of respect for this guy.
Fucking
Yeah,
edgy.
me
He's
too.
like, yo, I'm dressing up in my fursuit at work. This is my street cred. What the fuck, dude?
Mhm.
What are you trying to flex here? That you can go to your job dressed up as a fucking tiger? Like, that's your flex? Really, bro? Okay. This is a weird statement from him. Like, I thought he was going to say, yes, I'm a furry on the side, but also I'm a professional and I do my thing. But now he's like, yes, queen, I'm a furry. I flaunt it at my job. No one cares. Like, ah, dude, come on. You really had to? Okay.
I suppose the
hell.
trouble with a lot of people is that unfortunately, if someone dislikes what another individual is doing, it's considered to be, oh my god, you're a hateful racist, blah, 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 blah.
Yep. Always.
But you know what though? Oh my god. You know what's so cringy about this? If this is street cred in the present era, it doesn't compare to street cred in the past era because you had said yo 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 homie, check out my friggin' rolls and shit. Instead it's like yo yo, look at my fursuit.
That's what he's doing, bro. Like, his street cred is literally flaunting his suit at his job. What? Okay. Okay. No. Bruh.
Oh, and it is seen as edgy. Sit the fuck down.
No, he's not. They probably just tolerate him because they're too afraid of being offensive or some shit. I mean, to be fair, I have worn my fursuit at my job before, but it was during special circumstances, like the Halloween. I'm not stupid with it.
Basically, this dude, like Chucktacular says, he has the doctor money.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, again, suspiciously wealthy furries. He's one of them. And I guess he just doesn't give a floof.
Yeah, and then you spend all that money on friggin' upscale restaurants and shit in suit.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would. I do. Whatever.
Degenerate.
What do you mean, man? Fursuiting is so fun.
We're all fucking degenerates, okay? Damn.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point.
Yeah,
where
but
I'm
like, I wouldn't talk about that. Well, I don't know. Basically, this article is trying to get you to hate furries, and I think they did a good job of it because I just don't like this guy specifically. Sure,
No,
originally I didn't care that he made the technology. Hey, good for him. That's cool. But then he's like, I go to my job and I'm a furry and I'm proud. I'm like, oh, dude, you're like fucking toxic at that point.
And you're basically, you're flexing that shit like it's.
Yeah. Like, see, I wouldn't have cared if my smartwatch was made by a furry, but the fact he did that, yeah, I do. That
No,
fucking bummer.
Though. But final lesson of the day, live comment from Firepowder. People need to learn to stay humble, SMH.
Exactly. He could just be a furry on the side, do his thing, and be like, yep, I did that. You're welcome. And, leave it there.
bring your fursuit in on a Christmas party for shits and giggles, by all means, knock yourself out. But as a daily thing, I'm sorry, but what's going to happen when nudists feel the necessity to, you know, express their ideals?
That's though that is called the Pride Parade. Full stop.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, you're right. Oh, it's even worse than that. At least like nudists are like like they respect their own bodies. Good lord, some of the crap that happens at pride parades, you'd be terrified. But yeah, it's pretty much that.
No, right? Anyways, we have one final item to go through with this article and, well, with the show. And I just want to ask you guys, if you noticed a certain anime series is coming to its end.
Yes.
Mentioning One Piece here, and I say this because for two reasons. The first, One Piece and Eiichiro Oda, the writer behind it, is preparing for the final arc. That's one reason. The second is that they're getting a Netflix live action adaptation.
No.
Oh,
No.
Netflix.
Not another one.
Oh, Netflix. Oh.
Yeah, live action's bad enough, but the fact that it's Netflix behind it, that's even fucking worse. Sorry, but Netflix does not have
Yeah.
good.
Well, dude, anytime you know it's a Netflix original series, it's basically like a knockoff, like the dollar store version, and it's shit.
Yeah, there is a slight possibility that if the original creator is heavily involved in the live action, and the people are not the same as the ones who decided to make Dragon Ball Evolution, or at least follow along that sort of thing, maybe it could be good, but company would have to have learned their lesson.
I don't understand how it can be good because there are certain types of content that can't really be translated properly to like different types of media. For example, One Piece with the whole fucking rubber arms and everything. How in the world are they going to translate that? Are they going to do CGI? Like that's not going to look fluid. That's not going to look anime-esque. Like they're not going to be able to have the emotions and like the expressions that they would normally have with exaggerated animation. Like you know what I mean? Like it's going to lose that kind of, I guess, like magic behind it. I don't understand how they could possibly do that.
My hope would be, Avera, is that they completely ignore that. And instead of trying to go for that animation, try to find something that gives that they can export to real life. For
Yeah,
instance,
but that's such a big part of it. I mean, okay. So like what?
so a lot of the pirates have individual special abilities.
Yeah.
But don't they also have a weakness where if they get in the water, they drown?
Yes, because the seas will turn against them for that power. That's established early on.
Yeah. Well, you take away the stylized design for One Piece, but you keep that. I mean, as long as you have a good story base and good writers and good actors, I mean, you can still do good. I mean, it's like Orville versus Star Trek. I'm sorry, but Orville reminds me too much of more classic Star Trek than what Star Trek is.
Well, if they make a movie about this, it's going to be. I mean, like for newcomers, like for people who have never seen the anime, they're really going to have to try to reel people in with like a completely original story. It's like to get to know the characters, see some development just in that one cinematic thing. Unless their target audience is already fans of the anime and the manga. In that case, then I guess it might work out well if like what you said was true. Like if they have like the right actors, good writing, stuff like that.
Well, technically, you don't have to start from scratch. A lot of
if you want to attract like newcomers to the franchise and at least introduce the characters, like it would be like a new movie, like a whole separate thing. It wouldn't be like, oh, now we're taking off from where we left off. And remember those last 3 seasons? Like people watching the movie would have no idea what's going on.
So the crux about this at the moment, the latest news regarding One Piece is the casting, and as I'll show you here, this is the Netflix One Piece Twitter, and have a look at some of the casting of characters that will be appearing. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
so far, yeah, we've got a whole assortment of faces here and there. And one tune in particular that struck out, Mihawk by Stephen Ward. This is Mihawk in the the anime. Not too bad, right?
See, in real life, I could understand the beard, the stylized beard. Definitely, yes.
Yes.
And the mustache. But that giant ass sword, I would expect something a little bit more realistic. Maybe a broadsword
Right.
at
Zweihander
the
or
most.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next item of interest is Nojiko, which is cast as Chioma Umeala, which what I could say is an African woman. And the anime version of Nojiko is this.
Oh, so that's what she's supposed to look like in the show. And then we have someone playing her that doesn't look like that.
Right, like an African woman that's,
Oh, that's
it's
weird.
not
Why
like
would they
the
cast her
skin
for that?
tones, it's not too
Blackwashing.
yeah. Anyway, the deviations of it. Sure, they're gonna dye the live action actors' hair. You could
Okay.
do that. But
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I don't think she was the right actress for that position.
Like appearance wise, like the author himself was kind of involved in the casting to a certain degree. Like again, he wanted Luffy to be a Brazilian.
I mean,
and other bits
maybe
and bobs.
if she's able to pull it off, if she gets all the mannerisms correct and really embraces the character, it might be believable. But I don't know.
But yeah, they actually have a set, a tour of the One Piece sets. Have a look at this. Like they actually did stylize a ship for
That is pretty cool. I will give them that. They have that's a nice set.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, the sets are bound to look good and look. Oh yeah, that looks like it's been pulled straight from the anime. Yay! But
Right,
the
right.
acting, the casting, the writing, that's where Netflix will take it downhill. Now, I've never seen
Exactly, and we all know that Netflix has an agenda. So let's see how if they're gonna
Exactly.
fuck this up.
Oh, they're filming in South Africa. Nice. It's so fitting because Africans are the last pirates on the earth.
Yeah. Oh, they should be filming in Somalia.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that.
Oh, dude, they built this entire thing. Look at that! Whoa. Okay, that's dedication right there.
Hmm.
I at least have confidence in this team. These guys are fans of the show. They know what it's supposed to look like. They're investing their time, effort, and money into this. And I pray that Netflix doesn't fuck it up like it fucks up everything.
Like friggin' Cowboy Bebop was the last anime adaptation to get the
Oh,
fucked up.
shameful. But this looks pretty cool, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, that's believable. Hell yeah. They built an entire freaking ship. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a matter of wait to see what Netflix does with it.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it doesn't spiral out of control.
But it does sound ironic in light of all of those things. The anime is in its final season and it may come to an end, whereas, the setting of the sun sort of thing, Whereas the anime ends, the live action dawns. Doesn't it sound a little bit,
I mean, Full Metal Alchemist, when that anime came out, the first one they did ended up passing the manga, and they had the anime had its own ending, but they didn't like it so much. So what ended up happening is that another anime was made. I have to wonder if it's going to be something similar to that.
Mm-hmm. So, but again, like some of the most popular animes that we've had that have shown up have been renewed for another season of series. Just look at like Dragon Ball, Bleach, Naruto, and all that. Like they just want to keep milking it. I don't know whether they're gonna milk One Piece in that way too, like another, One Piece next generation or something along those lines. But
Most likely.
hey ho.
Well, all right.
But again, remember, live action and anime/video games hasn't really gone over too well.
It really can. Like I was saying before about expressions and stuff in anime, like some of the things that they do is literally impossible to translate into live action. Remember when
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender tried to do that? M. Night Shyamalan, how he obliterated with his movie. Oh god, it was cringe. But yeah,
Yeah, there's
it
only
really
so
doesn't translate well. Like it's a different type of media with a different set of rules,
yeah.
Kind of like how video games don't really translate well into movies either. Like depending on the game, but most of the time they really don't translate well.
Yeah, just look at Halo as a prime example of that.
Yeah. Hell, Lara Croft did well, but I think like that's pretty much the only example.
Probably because that's not really much of a in-your-face, over-the-top kind of game with all like the aliens and
Yeah, no, it's just like some action adventure with some hot chick, archaeologist. Like it's fun. But with translating anime into real like live action, I don't see how you can do this without having more than 50% of it just being CGI effects.
that's what it'll mostly be. But
Right.
CGI can only go so far. It can only do so much. Even the best CGI will only do so much. So
This
yeah,
is why I believe CGI should be limited to a certain point.
I think Lord of the Rings did it very well because they had a lot of practical effects. However, they were using groundbreaking CGI, like motion capture and multiple, like massive armies. Like they developed that entire software just for that movie, and then it was used later on, like for the next 20 years. But they mostly used practical effects, and the CGI they did use was very sparingly. But with the budget they had, they were able to do it masterfully. And I think that's kind of what really should be done in modern day movies or even like TV shows. Use CGI sparingly. Don't make these crazy big effects, these fight scenes, explosions. If you want to do that, use practical effects because it'll hit harder. It does. Like you can tell when something looks totally fake or
We
not.
don't need a Power Rangers episode, in every movie.
No, I'm not saying that. Just like practical effects and CGI when necessary to enhance it. But
Yeah, no, Vera, I was actually agreeing with you. The
oh yeah,
kind of
okay.
choreography and dancing and shit going on in Power Rangers is psychotic sometimes.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that does get a little overboard for sure.
Oh well, we'll soon find out how One Piece turns out, though.
Yeah,
It's
I hope it.
it's really
I don't know.
shaping up to be quite promising, and I think they went all out building the set.
Oh yeah.
They absolutely did, and like I said, that shows a lot of dedication behind like the team behind this project. So yeah, I'm hoping that it comes out well. Obviously, these guys have a vision, so they want to execute that.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I love One Piece watch as a kid, but to see it go from anime to this, yeah, quite a surreal
I
feat.
don't know.
Yeah. All right.
One
So,
Piece has been around since 1999.
not know that, but
Yeah.
wow. Hmm.
Well, at least like on TV, the anime
Yeah.
has been on since then.
And
Over
20 plus years
1,020
from
episodes.
yeah.
That's gnarly. So
All
they
right.
obviously have a very big, dedicated fan base, and hopefully the guys that are running this, they know what they're doing, and it'll work out. I don't know.
All right. So we've come to the end of the show this week. What do you guys think? Who'd like to start off with a closing statement of this week's items?
I think Netflix needs to tread carefully because the 2 points that you have made is, as you said, it's a massive fan base, so there is going to be a lot of backlash if they fuck up. And the other thing that was mentioned is how all out they've gone on the set. Now that raises a bit of a red flag because they've gone so all out to build these ships. How much budget are they going to have left to make everything else look good?
That does raise a fair question too. You know,
Yeah.
you got to pay for like the effects team. You got to pay for like the makeup and that, like the outfits, and yeah, there's a lot that goes into the movie production. I should know. Had ex-colleagues tell me about this sort of stuff because they were in the industry to a certain degree. Yeah. All right. Who's up next for a statement of this week's stuff?
I'll go next. So like, I really the other like a lot of this stuff really isn't a big deal to me. But like the one thing that stand out to me though was the whole Pride Month advertisement with those fruits or whatever it was. Yeah, I think that was some weird shit. Like, honestly, I just want to say in general that, like, yeah, the companies should not, like, advertise the LGBT community for Pride Month because, for one, it is disrespectful towards the leftists. Like, even the leftists do not like that shit. And like and hell, I'm sure that we don't like that shit either, and because like it's just too much like propaganda, like agenda, and all that. Like that's all I have to say about it. Like people can call me homophobic and transphobic all they want, but it's true. I'm by myself, and like I don't even like that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right
All
on.
right. All right. Noble.
I'm dying a little inside each time I come across some of this stuff. Although I have to admit, the whole Wally thing, Dolly thing is entertaining.
I mean, it's great if you just love creating cursed images, surreal images, or everything else.
I honestly
least-
can't wait until you can write like a little blog and get an entire movie.
Well, the movie will create a script for you. Well, the AI will create a script for you, and everything else in between. One day. And a Vera.
Wow, what a bonkers week, guys. That was pretty fun. I will, I will have to say, I think the most interesting thing that I've came across was definitely the Dolly AI created images. It's absolutely incredible what this thing can come up with. So I feel like I'm going to be playing around with it, for the next couple of days, and even I don't know, maybe like paint one of the images that I see, like something creepy that like it develops. So I think that's pretty cool.
Are you trying to
Um,
uncurse yourself from all that eye bleach you've seen?
well, it's pretty crazy, like some of the stuff that it can like think of, and I think it's really interesting to kind of like test the limits of like what this thing can do. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing around with it some more. Yeah. There was something
Alright.
else I wanted to say. Lost my train of thought.
Oh well.
But I hope everyone has an awesome night.
Alright. Just a
Yeah.
couple of lessons from today's show is, do play around with the dolly thing, see what your imagination runs up with. Number 2, fursuits are not edgy and they are not street cred. Well, more on that edgy part later, because we know some, but fursuits are not street cred. So be humble. And last of all, One Piece, gotta get, We'll soon find out if this is really the end of an era for it, or it's got a new lease on life. And last
With
and most
Netflix behind it, I reckon it's going to be their death, not the end.
And last of all, my personal final last statement: you shall all bow to the will of the purple.
Just discount blue.
All right, that is all. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that as much as we did making it. Our episodes are always available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and more further down the line. This is us signing off for the week. Farewell, and until next time.
Think before you tweet.
See ya.
Later.